Greece and the United States have a long-standing historical and political partnership that is based on common principles and shared democratic values. Their membership in NATO and other international organizations and multilateral treaties attest for the solid foundations of this partnership, along with their participation in the war on terror. Greece has become a source of solutions, a provider of solutions. It has become a real positive example to the region and a country which has demonstrated its commitment to investing in cooperative relationships across a broad region that the United States is involved in a global competition. Major powers like the United States have strongly supported a more dynamic Greek foreign policy, and in particular the 3+1 partnership between Greece, Israel, Cyprus, and itself. This partnership has been sealed by this Mediterranean Act of 2019 that was signed, of course, into law by the American president, and the United States-Greece Defense and Interparliamentary Act of 2021 that foresee cooperation on maritime security, energy initiatives, the establishment of the Eastern Mediterranean United States Energy Center, and the rejection of interference by other countries into Cyprus' exclusive economic zone and Greece's airspace. The geopolitical ground is shifting rapidly, and Greece's policies reflect that. For instance, Greece is actively involved in energy cooperation on renewables and electricity interconnections with Cyprus, Israel, and Egypt. Specifically, Greece, Israel, and Cyprus swiftly proceeded with execution of the 2,000-megawatt Eurasia interconnector, while Greece, Cyprus, and Egypt recently signed a memorandum of understanding to fast-track the construction of Euro-Africa interconnector that will export surplus Egyptian electricity to Europe. The United States has enhanced engagement with Greece through the bilateral strategic dialogue that includes all major pillars of Greek-American relations, like energy, investment, defense, people-to-people ties, and education. Greece and the United States signed a 5-year extension of the Mutual Defense Cooperation Agreement, which contains a mutual defense clause that affirms both countries' firm determination to mutually safeguard and protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of each other against actions threatening to peace, including an armed attack or a threat of use of force against either one. The Mutual Defense Cooperation Agreement sends a clear message to Ankara that Washington will stand by Athens in confronting Turkey's aggressive acts in the Aegean and the Eastern Mediterranean seas, and in confronting the threat of war with Greece if it were to exercise its right under international law and extend its territorial waters from 6 to 12 nautical miles. The agreement also allows American forces to train in additional locations throughout Greece and provides the proper context for the United States to defensively invest in Greece at a time when Washington withdraws from other parts of the region. What we can also see in the amended agreement is the transformation of Alexandroupolis, located in the broad region of Thrace, into a new Suda facility, as it allows the stationing and movement of American forces and the cementing of an emerging axis toward Bulgaria that has become highly valuable for Washington's and NATO strategic planning as an alternative route to the Straits of Bosporus, given the Black Sea's importance. The infrastructure around Alexandroupolis speaks for itself and for the strategic importance for the region, as it will allow the stationing of American forces. For example, an energy pipeline that currently runs from Elefsina in southern Athens to Kavala in northern Greece is scheduled to extend to Alexandroupolis and from there to Bulgaria with NATO funding so that American forces can refuel. Also important is the railway connection of the port of Alexandroupolis with Bulgaria. Overall, the upgraded Mutual Defense Cooperation Agreement secures Greek national interests and creates a defense shield for Greece. The agreement de jure allows the two NATO allies to advance security in the Eastern Mediterranean region and beyond. On the economic side, American Congress has expanded the mandate of the International Development Finance Corporation to facilitate investment by American companies in Greece. Large investments by American companies like Microsoft, Pfizer, Cisco expand the scope of Greek-American economic cooperation. On the operational side, Greece and the United States expressed the joint commitment to assist each other in maintaining strong and capable militaries and increase their modernization and interoperability. Greece's recent upgrades of its F-16 fighter jets and Sikorsky helicopters are meant to advance the Hellenic Air Force's capabilities, and Washington seems to have welcomed the expression of interest by Athens to join the F-35 fighter jet program. On the regional defense side, Greece and its Mediterranean partners, along with European countries and the United States, conduct on regular basis air, naval, and ground exercises to enhance interoperability between their armed forces and shield the region from any malign influence and terrorism. For example, there are forces of France, Germany, Greece, India, Israel, Italy, the UK, and the United States have participated recently in Israeli-hosted air joint exercises codenamed Blue Flag. Fourth and fifth generation aircraft have taken part in the drill, including F-35s, F-15, Eurofighter, Rafale, and Mirage 2000 fighter jets. The exercise aimed at strengthening international cooperation, coordination of fourth and fifth generation fighter jets in a challenging, in fact, operational environment. And this exercise has also aimed at the enhancement of the operational capabilities of the air forces of the countries involved. It is great to see this level of strategic cooperation among democratic partners and allies. Overall, Greece cements multilateral partnerships that reflect collective commitment to East Mediterranean stability, security, and prosperity. Shared interests, common values, and effective partnerships guarantee coordination to address regional contingencies and counter common challenges and threats. Because as Hans Blinks, a former head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, once said, international cooperation, multilateralism is indispensable.